What's going on, guys? So those of you that saw my shopping video I did not that long ago, this is the package. Ended up getting only 2 of the fragrances instead of all 4. For good reason, because I have another package coming of 3 different fragrances. So this is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau, the 2019 formula, and Stronger With You Absolutely. Now, obviously, I am very familiar with Stronger With You Absolutely. I have a decant right here. I did a first impressions video on it a while back. I've been spraying it the last couple nights. I'm very familiar with it, but we're just going to take a look at the presentation, give it a sniff, talk about it a little bit, but it's completely blind with Le Beau. So let's finish busting this open. Stay tuned. So I want to thank today's video sponsor, PerfumeOnline.ca. I did purchase this from them. These were not sent to me, so I do shop there as well. And if you're not familiar with PerfumeOnline.ca, they're Canada's #1 online discounter in Canada. They got a bunch of great options, from clones to cheapies to designers to niche to some discontinued fragrances, some more vintage stuff. I mean, they've literally got a little bit of everything at extremely competitive prices. Make sure to check them out in the links below. Now let's bust this box open and check these fragrances out. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau with a lovely dent in the packaging, but it is sealed. Then a tester of Stronger With You Absolutely. So we'll start with this. Why not? Let's bust it open. So obviously white tester box. No biggie. It was a few bucks less. I have no problem with the tester, especially when I know they're going to have the cap. As long as they have the cap, I'm okay, which this does. So here we go. Gorgeous dark ambery tone to this bottle. Very, very dark. Parfum pour homme. Lavender, cedarwood, vanilla. And obviously there are more notes to it than that. Anybody that's interested in a batch code, flip it around for you. There you go, if you were concerned. So we're going to give it a spray. I don't have nothing on this hand. God, this is so good. This was one of the best releases of last year. This got a ton of hype, and for good reason. This is so good. It gets compared a lot to Zaharoff The Most Wanted, and while there are similarities, this is a deeper fragrance overall. Similar style. The Most Wanted is a more simplistic take on this. This has more spices going for it. It has more of a woody presence to it. There's this darkness to it. I don't even remember the note breakdown, but there's this dark hue, almost a smoky tone, if you will. I want to say I'm smelling the chestnut note. I want to say the chestnut note's present in here as well. Strong fragrance. It's Stronger With You, but very strong fragrance. It does last a long time. Projection and sillage are great. Projection's pretty heavy at first for about an hour and a half or so. Has been my experience, 2-hour range maybe, before it starts to calm down. And the sillage is on the more moderate to mild side. I really dig this, hence the reason I needed to get a bottle. I scooped these up from Perfume Online. Obviously, I'll have links to them down below. So, I'll tell you what, if you haven't tried this one, you might be doing yourself a disservice. This is one of the better sweet designer fragrances to come out in quite some time. That's got a lot more going for it than just being another sweet fragrance with a little spicy tone. There's much more going on here. Oh, God, just so magnificent. I'm so glad to have a bottle of this now. This is so good. This will be in the rotation pretty quickly. Just a beautiful fragrance. It's hard to pick a favorite from the line. I have a decant of all of them at minimum. Minus, I haven't tried Oud, and I don't have a decant of Intensely. I have a bottle of the original EDT. I have a bottle of Freeze, which I love both of those. Leather's kind of my favorite, but this one runs a close race. You just can't go wrong in this line. They're not too redundant to one another. There are some differences where it's nice to have them. It's centered around the DNA. They're true flankers. And Stronger With You, absolutely. I definitely give the stamp of approval. You should definitely, at minimum, just try this one on your skin and get your nose on it. So now, here we go. So, moment of truth. I have a decant of Le Beau Le Parfum. I have a bottle coming in the next package we'll be doing on the channel of Le Beau Le Parfum. I have never smelled this. Coconut, tonka bean, And I don't remember what else. It's a 3-note breakdown. Here we go. Heard great things about the scent, the performance. That juice level's pretty low for a sealed bottle. What's the volume? It's got to be like 78% volume. It doesn't show on here. Let me check here real quick. Because that is a low volume. That can't even be 80%. That's got to be like 78. It does not say. I'm surprised that it doesn't say. Let me check the bottom of the bottle again. No, it doesn't say, because it, you know, I know I'm not crazy. That seems a little bit lower than it would. You would think it'd be to the shoulders. Like, I would think it would be up here to the shoulders with just like maybe the neckline being airspace. So, I mean, but I'll never go completely through this anyway, so it's not that serious, to be honest with you. But let's give it a spray. Again, never smelled it. Don't know what to expect. Love, love, love the juicy fruit tropical smell of the Le Parfum. I'm not breathing through my nose yet. I'm going to give the alcohol a second to dissipate. Oh, I smell that coconut. Okay, it's still got that tropical feel. Before we dive into it, like I was saying, the Le Parfum, a beautiful soapy floral tone from the iris, a lot of cypress, bright and green, but very tropical, pineapple coconut combo, and powdery tonka bean. This has much more of a sunscreen vibe. This is coconut dominant, which can be off-putting for me at times. This has more of a coconut shavings type of smell than a sunscreen smell, to be honest with you. Like, picture the shaved coconut that goes on coconut shrimp, fried coconut shrimp, for example. Those coconut shavings. That's what this scent reminds. That's the coconut aroma I get from this. Nice counterbalance sweetness. It's a little powdery. It's not as sweet as the Le Parfum. This is definitely overall fresher. It smells like a lighter scent profile without sacrificing any strength and performance. Like, it's a softer profile, I guess would be the way to put it. It does have a little bit of a sunscreen vibe, though, gotta say. This screams beach vibes. It really does. This is a sweet summer fragrance because it's very tropical. It's very tropical. It's very beachy. The coconut's doing a lot here with the sweetness. It does smell overall maybe as simplistic as the note breakdown would imply. Like I said, it's only 3 notes. I know coconut and tonka bean are 2 of them. There's no real spiciness here. There's a little bit of a saltwater breeze kind of feel to it. Like, there's an aquatic, more of a marine tone to it than aquatic. When I say marine, I usually mean more of a saltwater feel. Whereas aquatic can be fresh water. It can just be watery, you know. It's got this salty marine vibe to it. I don't know if anything like that's in the fragrance as far as what's being told in the note breakdown, but it's pretty damn good. I'm glad to have this one. I'm very glad to have this one. Summer is not too far out. At the recording of this, we're still deep in winter. It's just about the middle of January. It's January 13th, sorry, at the recording of this video. This is the kind of tropical fragrance that I think I could wear right now, no problem, to cut through the cold. Because that's how I feel about Le Beau Le Parfum. And I gotta say, I love the contour of the bottle for the Le Beau fragrances. It's not the same as the Le Male bottles. Got a more defined midsection and curvature. There's more depth to the curvature and the contour of the bottle. It's funny that they have the leaf on the crotch, but I actually like this bottle more than the Le Male bottles. Okay, I'm vibing with this. I like it. I could see this being too much for some. This is an acquired taste fragrance that is to be experienced. It's unique for me. I haven't smelled anything even remotely close to Le Beau. So very unique to me. Beautiful, though. Man, this is good. I really dig this, and it's not so redundant to the Le Parfum. Obviously, you smell this in the Le Parfum, but there's added depth to the Le Parfum to where I really think you can have both. I don't think it's completely redundant. I'll have to do a comparison video between the two, but so far, I'm pretty damn impressed with this. So, night and day, building a wardrobe type of stuff here with how different these two fragrances are. But man, 2 great pickups. two great pickups. Like I said, I'll have links down below to where I bought them from at perfumeonline.ca. Yes, I did purchase these. These were not sent to me. Man, I'm pretty excited about these. I really am. I'm glad to have them. I've wanted this for quite some time, and I've been wanting to get this for several months now. Like most of last year, I've wanted to get Stronger With You, absolutely. So again, very versatile. This can be a great daytime scent if you like tropical or sweet or both. And then warm, spicy, woody, and sweet. And aromatic. Very cozy, seductive, evening appropriate, cold weather scent. These both can work right now. Daytime fresh in the cold because it's strong enough and sweet enough. And then great cozy fragrance in the evenings. This is two great pickups. So before we get into that, let's do a quick first impressions rating. I mean, it's not really a first impressions rating with Stronger With You, absolutely. I already have experience with it. I got to say, it's every bit of an 8.5 out of 10 type of fragrance, in my opinion, for my rating system. It is great. It is bordering being completely outstanding. I mean, it's outstanding in many ways. It could be a 9, but I'm going with an 8.5 out of 10. I think this stuff is awesome. I still need to do a full review, but we'll see what happens. Now, in regards to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau, so the biggest difference, the biggest factor for me is I already have plenty of experience with its flanker, the Le Parfum, which I adore. I'm not going to put this one over that. I do think this is a great fragrance, though. I think this is an 8 out of 10. Solid, easy. First impressions rating, it's great. It's an 8 out of 10. It's one that I will be wearing, even though it's cold. I think this will be just fine in the cold when I'm feeling beachy, want some tropical vibes, something a little fresher while still having some density, some power, and some sweetness. This is one of those tropical fragrances that can cut through the cold. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on these two. First impressions on this one, revisit of this one. Glad to have a bottle of both. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried either one, and what do you think of them? I'm super happy to add these to the collection. Seriously. I'm curious what you guys think about them. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on either one of these and you give them a spray now, pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.